Mike Johnson stood in front of a room full of Republican lawmakers and donors and said something so openly corrupt that it sounds like it was cut right from a mob movie. He is warning the room about what will happen if Republicans lose the midterms. And he says, and you've got to hear how mafia this sounds, they'll go after the president's family, the cabinet, his donors, his friends. Half of you in this room will be targeted. And then he delivers the punchline. I run the protection program. We'll take care of you, okay?
If we were to lose the midterms, heaven forbid, these Democrats, y'all, impeachment's not even the big concern. They will turn every committee of Congress into an investigative body, and they'll go after the president's family, the cabinet, his donors and friends. Half of you in this room will be targeted. I run the protection program. I'll take care of you, okay? We're gonna win. We're gonna win the midterm, okay? All right?
I run the protection program. We'll take care of you. Forget about it. Don't you worry about it. You talk to Mike, and Mike, he takes care of his people. And he didn't say, by the way, if we lose, that the Democrats will pass bad policy. He didn't say that the Democrats are going to raise taxes. He said that the real danger is investigations, oversight, subpoenas. The danger to him is that somebody might finally find out what these people have actually been doing to our country. He is telling a room full of the most powerful people in the country that the entire point of holding on to the House is to make sure that none of them ever have to be accountable for anything they've done. And he's not wrong, by the way, that they need protection from this, because this is a Congress that has done so little oversight over its own president that the White House lawyers, and I'm not making this up, they've started running 30-minute PowerPoint trainings for Trump's appointees on how congressional oversight works because they're so out of practice, they simply forgot. They are studying for a test that they've spent 2 years refusing to take. There is nothing that will make them look more guilty. And at the exact same moment that Johnson's promising to shield everyone on their team from accountability, old Czar Trumplingrad is working the other end. He is trying to make it harder for you to vote these people out, and that's what they're afraid of. And last week, you know, Donald Trump, he took that housing bill, the popular bipartisan housing bill. It was passed 358 to 32. That bill lowers costs and stops Wall Street from buying up every single family home in your neighborhood. And Donald Trump threw a tantrum, killing the signing ceremony, canceled it, held that bill hostage. And his ransom demand is this damn SAVE Act, that bill that would force you to dig up a passport or a birth certificate just to register to vote, re-register to vote, that is, and a photo ID to cast your ballot. And it's all to solve a problem, non-citizens voting, that's already illegal and basically never happens, even if you look at the studies from Republicans themselves. Even Thomas Massie, a Republican, called it a distraction and said, "We won the damn elections. The problem is we're wasting the opportunity." And yes, Donald Trump would rather make it harder for you to vote than let you have cheaper housing. And he called that housing bill minor importance. It's minor importance. That's what he's telling the millions of people who can't afford a home. So put those two stories together because they're the same project. One side is building a wall around accountability so that the powerful never face the consequences of their actions. The other side builds a wall around the ballot box so you can't vote them out. This party is openly bragging that it is running a protection program while openly working to thin out who actually gets to vote. They have decided that it doesn't actually answer to you anymore, at all. And that's not me having a hard take at all. This is just reading their quotes and their press releases back to them. And I say this every time I talk about the November election because this is where you come in. I need you to actually do this, not just scroll past this. Get your ID in order right now. Check your registration, vote.org. This week, don't wait till October. If your state is thinking that you're going to need a real ID, go get your real ID right now. Hell, if you have a passport, dig it out, know exactly where it is, and bring it to the ballot box with you. Because we cannot let paperwork technicalities be the thing that stops your vote from counting. And if you can, I know it sucks, if you can vote in person, vote in person. Do everything in your power to not let it go through the now corrupt USPS. But if you have no other choice and you've got to vote by mail, then request that ballot the second it's available. Fill it out and send it back immediately. Track it every step of the way until you see that it was counted. Do not let it sit on your kitchen counter for 3 weeks. And then we've got to keep the pressure on. Get to know your local election clerks. Get to know your supervisor election by name. Call your local newspaper. Call your local TV station. Post on the internet and ask them to run stories on how secure your local election actually is. Go to the meetings, ask the questions. Get these officials on record on camera because they will not be able to help themselves. They're going to brag about every single upgrade that they've made since 2020. And they will love to say it out loud when there is no controversy because we know the script already. The first moment one of these races doesn't go his way, Donald Trump is going to stand up and scream, "It was stolen." And when he does, we're going to need the record. We're going to need the record of all of our clerks standing up and saying, "I did what I was supposed to do." We're going to need a stack of local officials who've already been on TV, already have said it on the dais, explaining in their own words exactly how clean and secure your election was. We build that record now while nobody's watching, so that it's already sitting there and waiting when they try to burn this whole damn country down. And do me a favor, subscribe and share this with the most stubborn non-voters you know. And then again, go check your ID and check your registration before you do anything else, because this matters more than anything else.